In the heart of Japan's turbulent warring states period, when the land echoed with the clash of swords and the cries of battle, a small village lived in constant fear. They suffered under the thumb of a ruthless warlord, their fields plundered and their spirits broken. But among them lived a warrior who could change their fate, Kaito, a young samurai known not for his strength, but for his incredible speed. Kaito was raised by a former retainer of the legendary Oda Nobunaga, and he took his master's philosophy to heart. It is not the strong who win, but the fast. Nobunaga, the great unifier of Japan, was feared not for his muscle, but for his lightning-fast decisions and swift strategies. Kaito embraced this idea, believing that speed of mind and body could overcome any foe. One evening, as the sun bled across the horizon, the warlord's soldiers descended upon the village. They came to seize the harvest, burning fields and crushing any hope the villagers had left. As the soldiers stormed in, the people cowered, knowing they were powerless. But Kaito was not afraid. He stood at the village entrance, his heart pounding not with fear, but with a clear sense of purpose. The leader of the soldiers, General Hiko, a mountain of a man with muscles like iron, stepped forward. He was famous for his raw strength and brutal combat skills. Seeing Kaito standing alone, he chuckled. "Is this the village's defender? A mere child, eager to die?" Kaito remained calm. He wasn't going to fight a battle of strength. He didn't need to. His mind was already moving faster than his opponent could ever comprehend. "I won't fight you the way you expect," Kaito said, his voice steady. "It is not the strong who win, but the fast." The general smirked, dismissing the words as foolish. But Kaito's plan was already in motion. He darted into the nearby trees, his feet barely seeming to touch the ground. He weaved through the forest so quickly that the soldiers could barely track his movement, his footfalls like a whisper on the wind. General Hiko roared for his men to follow, but as they plunged into the woods, they were completely unprepared for Kaito's speed. He struck from the shadows, his blade a silver blur, against their armor, and vanished before they could even react. His movements were a dizzying dance of death. He didn't waste energy on heavy blows. Instead, he targeted weak points, gaps in their armor, the straps of their shields, the hilts of their swords. He didn't fight head-on. He used his speed to disorient them, turning their organized formation into panicked chaos. Within moments, General Hiko's men were in disarray. Kaito, with his lightning reflexes, had incapacitated a dozen soldiers without taking a single hit. Furious, Hiko charged, his heavy sword raised high, but before the blade could fall, Kaito was already behind him. He moved so fast it was as if he'd teleported. "You think you can outrun me, boy?" Hiko roared, spinning around. Kaito stood a short distance away, his sword ready. "It's not about outrunning you," he replied calmly. "It's about making you react to what I've already done." With a sudden launch, Kaito's sword sliced through the air. Hiko swung his massive blade to counter, but Kaito was already gone, his attack landing just inches from the general's neck. Exhausted and confused, Hiko stumbled back, finally understanding that his brute strength was useless against such swiftness. With one final, precise move, Kaito disarmed the general, sending his sword clattering to the ground. "You are fast," Hiko muttered, kneeling in defeat. "But I am still the strongest." Kaito sheathed his sword. "Strength alone is not enough. Speed of mind and action will always prevail." The villagers watched in awe as the young samurai defeated an entire battalion with his speed and wit. It wasn't just physical quickness. Kaito had outpaced the general's ability to think and adapt. Word of his victory spread like wildfire, and his name became a legend. It was a victory not just for the village, but a testament to Nobunaga's philosophy. Kaito had proven that in the world of the samurai, the speed of the mind can defeat even the mightiest foe. And so, he was remembered, not as the strongest, but as the fastest. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tale of strategy and speed, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from history and legend. See you next time.